What's up, Metal Brethren? This is Scotanic1 coming at you again live from the dungeon with another Vault review. And like I said in the previous two vids about this band, they're definitely love them or hate them. I'm going to go ahead and just dive right into this record, because this is another one that I just think is fucking amazing. 2008's Godspeed on the Devil's Thunder by Cradle of Filth. This album is definitely a return to form. You have to go into a little bit of the history of the band. The two albums that were before this one, Thornography and Amphetamine, were definitely more mainstream targeted. They didn't really hit the mainstream. They did with the Amphetamine song and the cover song Temptation. Honestly, my personal opinion, those are two of Cradle of Filth's albums that I'm not a big fan of those two records. That's why I really like Godspeed on the Devil's Thunder so much, because it's definitely a return to form to more of the stuff like Dusk and Her Embrace and Midian. His first outing also with Cradle as a four-piece, and it's the last record to feature female vocalist Sarah Jezebel Deva. Sorry if I butchered that name, but whatever. Gonna go ahead and get into some standout tracks on here. Definitely Shat Out of Hell is one of those that I just really enjoy on this album. One that's a little more accessible to people, definitely like a gateway Cradle track, is The Death of Love. I forgot to mention, this is their fourth concept record, based on the life and times of the infamous Gilles de Rais from France. He was supposedly, ally of Joan of Arc that ended up becoming a well-known Satanist and accused child murderer. But anyway, we're going to go on to some more tracks. Honey and Sulphur is one of those that's still a mainstay in Cradle's live set to this very day. Tragic Kingdom's another great one. Midnight Shadows Crawl Through Darkened Council with Life is one of my personal favorites on this one. And the track that follows it, Darkness Incarnate. Really, really great stuff here. And the title track, Godspeed on the Devil's Thunder. The thing about this record is this one has to be ingested fully. Has to be listened to from track one to the end. Another interesting note about this one, Doug Bradley returns on this record as the voice of Gilles de Rais. A lot of good narration by him on this record. I think this one is a masterfully crafted record. Definitely really, really a return to form, like I said previously. I wasn't really blown away by the albums that were before this one. They were good. I have them in my collection, but yet at the same time, I rarely spend Thornography, to be honest. I think Thornography is probably the Saint Anger of the Cradle of Filth catalog, but to each their own. I'm going to go ahead and rate Godspeed on the Devil's Thunder. I'm going to give this one an astounding 5 out of 5 as well. I think this record is definitely worth anybody's time. If you're into extreme metal and black metal and you haven't heard Cradle of Filth yet, you're definitely doing yourself an injustice. Danny's vocal style, I know I've praised it a couple times in reviews, but his vocal style is second to none. There's nobody out there like him, period. But let me know what you think. Hit me up down here in the comments. This is definitely one of those bands that a lot of people want to hate on, and I don't understand that. But if you're one of those fans of this band like I am, you're going to probably definitely agree with me that Godspeed is definitely one of those that you have to check out. If not, you know what? Try something new. Step outside of your box. Don't listen to what the fucking elitists have to say about this band, because 9 times out of 10, your elitists are completely full of fucking shit. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right now. But let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments. Like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Scott Tanic1 signing off, Metal Brethren. Later on.